you see this cool space carrier we've made? Ooh, enticing, isn't it? We'll get to this later on, but now that I have your attention, we've got to talk about how 2025 has been a tough year on YouTube. In the face of waves of wrongful demonetizations, reduced YouTube staff to help reverse them, and a shift in the almighty algorithm to favor shorts, Spacedock is in trouble. But that space carrier is part of how we get back on track. Stay tuned for details on the problems and to find out how a spaceship can help. So, as I was saying, 2025 has been a challenge for the channel. One of the bigger problems we've faced is demonetizations, since in February we were hit by a massive wave of 33 of them all at once. And this sucks for a few reasons. The first is obviously the loss of earnings, and the second is the inability to even properly dispute them. If you actually use the feature YouTube provides to dispute false demonetizations and copyright claims, you put your entire channel at risk of a total copyright strike or even deletion, because they don't want people making frivolous use of that feature. Even if you do want to risk that, you can only ever dispute one thing at a time, and each one can take up to 30 days. Using this system, we try to get one video remonetized, with the big ranking the enterprises one because that still gets good views, but it failed. And so, because of the risk to the entire channel from supposed frivolous disputes, that video and the 32 others remain demonetized to this day, getting views, earning nothing. And we can't even contact our YouTube rep for help with all this because she was let go by the company, a fact we only learned when we got an automated response back saying the email address had been deleted. We got no replacement rep and not even a courtesy message stating they were gone and where to go for help. In fact, after contacting our old rep via LinkedIn, it was found that YouTube had let her and a whole heap of reps go, and she was not surprised that the company hadn't bothered to tell anyone affected by this. She was an absolute star and even used her own contacts to try to sort our issue out, but seemed to only get generic AI responses back. We all wish her the very best at her new and much better employer. This lack of a safe way to contest demonetizations is particularly painful because they can often be so blatantly wrong it boggles the mind. Remember our refits and upgrades video? That got demonetized too for graphic violence, which the video just doesn't have if you go and watch it. But that's what a probably very overworked human reviewer had flagged it for. Did they mistake movie footage for reality? Historical flyby footage for combat? We have no idea! The system never says what the exact offending thing was. No timestamps, nothing. We have to guess what the problem was to try to avoid it in future. Luckily for us, another human reviewer did come along and remonetize the video, but there was still a huge amount of lost revenue because YouTube doesn't hold the funds for later or anything. It's just gone. And even alternative revenue streams like sponsorships are fraught with risk. Literally, as this video was being written, we had a scammy fake sponsor who had us hoodwinked with a well-disguised fake email correspondence that we only saw when they tried to slip a dodgy exe file into the contract signing process. The goal of scams like this is to steal your account and then turn it into some crypto spamming nightmare, something that has happened to even big YouTubers like Linus Tech Tips. So, all of that sucks, right? Making videos that don't earn money is certainly bad, but as you may have seen other creators mention, the algorithm has also been changing. It's been pushing more mainstream content for a while now, but more recently there has been a larger shift towards shorts and seemingly unrelated content. This is particularly bad in search results where YouTube just doesn't show you what you've searched for after like 4 results. The algorithm's goal is to get you to stay on the platform and viewing ads, and the addictive nature of short-form video and endless scrolling apparently achieves that better than regular videos do. We did experiment with shorts a little while back, and yeah, we got some views on the shorts we made, but it turned out that for us, they're just not worth the effort from a financial standpoint. Shorts don't vibe with the thoughtful research type of videos we make here on Spacedock, so we can't make unique shorts fast enough for them to be viable. And on top of that, the algorithm relentlessly pushing people towards viewing shorts has the side effect of everyone's regular videos getting fewer views unless the algorithm really likes them. So that's why we've reluctantly been trying out some format experimentation recently to try to be a better fit for the fickle and ever-changing whims of the algorithm, like the big journalistic video on Pulsar Fusion recently. But doing this type of video without straying too far from what makes Spacedock is a big challenge and comes with a lot of risk. Taking the demonetizations and the shift in the algorithm into account, well, Spacedock is in trouble and at real risk of being shuttered. We'd rather it have a dignified end than resort to turning it into some sort of content mill, just to be able to earn enough so that myself and our video editor Charles can continue to be fairly paid for our work. But there is something that has been holding us up despite these challenges. You. Thanks to you, our financial supporters via YouTube membership and, most importantly, Patreon, we have been able to just barely weather this storm up to this point. But we really do need your help from now on to stay afloat. And that's the sad state of affairs for many small, independent content creators these days. More and more are they, and us, kept alive only by the generosity of the audience via Patreon. Thanks to increasingly unlivable ad revenue from YouTube, what was first meant as a way to tip your favourite creators has become a life support machine. We now live in a time where to enjoy something that isn't a mega creator or mainstream comedian or something, some part of the audience must pay to keep it alive. We wish things weren't this way, especially on a platform that was started for independent creators, but that's how it is. So we owe our deepest thanks to those of you who have financially supported us over the years, and we sincerely hope you can continue to fund us so we can continue to provide videos to our entire audience. But we're also offering more to patrons in return for that generosity, like our third Spacedock reference book, this time all about designing that space carrier from the intro, available right now alongside the other 2 reference books at the $15 tier in the link in the description and pinned comment below. This ship was designed by me in a process that the book goes over, with art done by the amazingly talented Holly Jenker, who you may know for her game White Knuckle. The carrier will feature in a fancy custom animation free for all to view on Spacedock very soon. Another perk coming soon to Patreon is being able to see videos a week early. We're also looking for new ideas for other perks we can provide in return for your financial support. One idea we're considering is Q&As sourced from our supporters. Let us know if you'd be interested in those. So, to reiterate, if you can, please consider supporting us on Patreon at the links below in exchange for perks like the new Space Carrier reference book and early access to videos. But we're also seeking feedback on what else we can offer. We will keep you posted on YouTube's community section if our situation improves, and we'd like to make it clear to please only support Spacedock on Patreon if you are able to do so without putting yourself at financial risk. No YouTube channel is worth endangering your financial stability to save.